Yo, welcome to the Fat Weather Fan Podcast. I'm your boy EC22. Yo, listen, this is a sports podcast. We talk about all things sports. This is where I give my unbiased opinion about the latest news, who's going to win games, predictions, whatever. So today's episode, I got a few things I want to talk about, so let's just dive on in. Let's talk about Cam Newton. Man, what do y'all think about Cam Newton? Y'all, if you haven't heard, just a few days ago, Cam Newton got released from the New England Patriots. Now, crazy is that some of the commentators early in the week was talking about how they think that he would be the starting quarterback, that he still got a lot of football left in him, blah, 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 and all other stuff like that. And I agree with him. But it was funny how Cam Newton posted, I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, but he posted something on his social media account stating QB1 or whatever, making it seem as though he believed that he would be the starting quarterback. So, but now we know that he won't be the starting quarterback for at least the New England Patriots. So, here's my opinion about Cam. Okay, I think Cam is a good quarterback and a great quarterback, former MVP of the league. But just from an athletic standpoint, I like the guy. I like what he brings. I like the size that he has. I like the showmanship. And I know a lot of people say that Cam is cocky. He kind of, gets on other players' nerves, with the Superman thing, whatever. Man, listen, I think that brings the added flair to the game. I think every player, every superstar player have a right to create an identity, to create some type of a personality for themselves to bring to the game, and I think he does that well. But the one thing I like about Cam is how he always got the crowd involved. And some people say it's kind of a distraction or whatever with his end zone celebration, going out there, grabbing the game ball and giving it to a fan. And then it went into also, not only was he giving the game balls, I think he was giving them wrist bracelets or whatever, after every touchdown, whatever. And he encouraged his teammates to do the same. I miss that about Cam. I like that about Cam. I thought that just something awesome, that he brought to the game. With his size as a quarterback, some question maybe his skillfulness, whatever, just being a pocket pass or whatever, because he likes to run. I mean, those other people's opinion. We can go back and forth in that thing. But me personally, man, listen, I like the fact that he scrambles. I like the fact that he runs and he runs the option well or whatever like that. And I do believe that I think that he got at least maybe 2 to 3 more years left in this league. Unfortunately, that now he's shopping for a job or whatever. But with that being said, as much as I like Cam as a quarterback, there's also a kind of question mark side about Cam. Is that about? I think the guy. It seemed like, and I'm just gonna be honest in my feelings here right now. I just want to know: do Cam still love football, or is it more about the pride and the image that he has with being a starting or franchise quarterback? Because over the last couple of years, I haven't really seen that flair with Cam. He's had spots here and there, but to me it seemed like, and it's just my emotional feelings behind it, I kind of feel like Cam is just like football is a priority, but not a major priority. You know what I'm saying? And that's just from the outside looking in. I don't hang out with Cam or kick it with Cam, anything like that. I don't know anybody closest to his team or whatever and what he's saying, anything like that. But that's just from what I see as a fan. It don't feel like Cam has been highly invested in his football career as of late, outside of, hey, I'm Cam Newton, and I need a starting quarterback position. Other than that, I don't really see that where he's really just engaged. So with that in mind, I believe that it was a good business decision for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots to cut ties with Cam Newton. Now, within the last couple of hours, earlier today, there has been speculation on where Cam may end up, and one of those speculations was Houston and the Cowboys and some other teams. I heard somebody say that it makes sense for the Cowboys to talk to Cam Newton. I don't think it makes sense unless they just say it makes sense just for the sake of just reaching out to somebody who's available. in that sense. I think Cam wants to be a starting quarterback. Cowboys just made it to fact to where they got Dak and Cooper Rush as their 1 and 2. I don't think Cam would sign on as to be a number 3 or even number 2. But they had a conversation. Why? I don't know. But it is what it is. But then Houston seemed like it's a logical, because they don't know what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. He got all these legal issues and stuff like that. The team had a chance to release him. They didn't release him as of today. So we don't know what's going on with that. But we'll see where Cam end up, this season or maybe next season or postseason, or who knows where Cam may end up. But that's just that. Going on to Urban Meyer. Got him an NFL job. Okay. Love Urban Meyer. Always have loved Urban Meyer as a coach. How can he handle the NFL, the pros versus college? I think he's going to do well. I think Urban Meyer is going to do well. I know everybody has their opinion. And everybody has their opinion based on whatever they want to judge it on, or whatever scale. Or I just like Urban Meyer, and I just think that he has the right temperament to be an NFL coach. But we'll see. We will see. Good job, Urban Meyer. Now let's talk about the New Orleans Saints. Once again, the New Orleans Saints, well, not once again, when Katrina hit, the Pelicans would have to be relocated up to Oklahoma, and now the Saints have been relocated to Texas. They've been practicing at the Cowboy Stadium or AT&T Stadium, and then they're going to be practicing at TCU. Who knows when the Superdome will get available for them to play. If that, I'm going to watch that team closely. I guess Jameson Winston is their quarterback. I don't know. We'll have to watch and see. But let's see between him and Tyson Hill, but we'll see. I'm not sold out on Jameson Winston, but that's just my personal opinion. But then again, Cam Newton's available if you want to go back to that. I'm just messing around, y'all. But listen, we're going to see, man. I'm praying for the people in New Orleans and Louisiana after Hurricane Ida hit. That's just that. So let's going to move on to other topics in this thing here. Let's jump into, oh yeah, man. Anybody see that fight, man, between Tyron Woodley and was that? I think that's one of the Paul brothers, Jake or Logan. I think it was Jake Paul. Man, listen, y'all. Man, I don't even know what to feel about that fight, man. I know Woodley got to be feeling embarrassed, man. He lost to a kid. The kid been talking much smack. I mean, the kid just he need to get a butt whooping. And so far, ain't nobody been able to deliver. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Tyron Woodley was the guy to get him, but now watching the fight, Tyron Woodley obvious is a stronger puncher than the guy. We saw what happened. I think that was the 7th, 8th round where he knocked the boy in the ropes or whatever. But Paul is a better boxer. And have Woodley been just a little bit more experienced boxer, he could have went out there and know what it's like to get points and not sit around waiting for that power punch and stuff, like try to knock somebody out. It's all about scoring. That's one thing the Paul brothers, they know how to do. They know how to go off from there and give good hits, but they know also to avoid from taking hits, at least from what we've seen in a lot of these amateur fights that have been playing around with. And I say amateur, I don't know if they call it a pro debut or whatever, but these have been 8 rounds or whatever. So, I mean, I consider them amateur fights or whatever. So that's just that. And he ain't really fought anybody in the boxing arena or whatever. He's been fighting, other people, YouTubers and, UFC fighters or whatever. But that's just that, though, man. I'm waiting to see if this guy is now going to try to take his boxing career seriously and really dive into the pro scene and really, really fight some professional boxers. We'll see with that. Going on to the NBA. Y'all, I know we still a few months away for the NBA starting, but y'all, I'm going to say this as sincere as I possibly can. I am tired of these super teams, and I know for the folks who live in LA and who live in Brooklyn and wherever these cities are that have these super teams, I know y'all like it because y'all championship bound or whatever, or at least get a shot at it. But y'all, I mean, it's making the league not that much interesting to watch on a competition standpoint. And I say that coming from the Fairweather fan. If you haven't seen my intro video, what I say, we're here for the competition. And when you're watching NBA, or when you're going to watch the NBA this coming season, where the competition is at, everything is consolidated to a few teams. You know, I mean, there are some still good balling teams out there that people don't, that are kind of underrated and stuff like that. But how do you beat a team like LA who got everybody? You know what I'm saying? How do you beat a team like Brooklyn who got everybody? I mean, most of your future Hall of Famers are all tied up within 3 to 4 teams. And that's crazy. You know, and we're going to see how it's going to play out. I hope that none of them super teams win. I hope that a team like Utah or that come up and just beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? I hope Giannis get it again up there, you know what I'm saying, in Milwaukee. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, I will say that when you watch a team that has a lot of high talent, it is kind of fun to watch only when the teams are working in chemistry. It's hard to watch teams out there that don't have the chemistry with each other, and it seems like they're just fiddling around and waiting on each other to do their own thing and stuff like that. I don't like that. You know, like when we had the Golden State Warriors, and you watch, you know what I'm saying, the Splash Brothers along with Kevin Durant and Draymond Green, man, watch their chemistry with each other. The first couple of years, man, was amazing. You know, having Spike seen in Brooklyn, I'm going to say it to all your LeBron James fans. Let me first say this. I like LeBron James. I like what he brings to the table. But so far, that everybody that he's played with has always played Rodman. He's always played to feel LeBron James control everything. And that just may be what the coaches expect out of him. Maybe what he expects out of himself. It may be players even deferring to him. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't make it fun to watch all the time. Because when he get tired of being that guy, it shows. So if you're going to be that guy 100% of the time. Otherwise, starting the season, let everybody, you know what I'm saying, get their shots. Now, one thing I like about this new Laker team is that Westbrook don't play second fiddle to nobody. Westbrook going to be Westbrook. If Westbrook come out this season being a spot-up shooter like everybody has been with playing with LeBron, I am done. Okay, that's just what that is. I am done. Okay. But I don't believe Westbrook is going to be that guy. He's going to be that guy that's up and down the court. I'm hoping that he do average a triple-double again this year. It's all set up. I mean, you got, you know, LeBron James, you got Anthony Davis over there. I mean, you should average a triple-double for the team. But we'll see what happens of that. But that's the NBA, man. I've covered the NFL. I've covered, professional fighting now. I mean, I've just covered the NBA. Let's talk about the MLB real quick. Not too much said about the MLB. If you're a fan of baseball, you already know who the top 10 teams are. And if you don't know who the top teams are in baseball, let me just go ahead and run them down to you. I don't really have a whole lot to report out on MLB, but let me just throw it at you real quick. So the American League top 5 teams are Tampa Bay leading the East, Houston leading the West, Chicago White Sox leading Central, and then follow up by the New York Yankees and the Boston. New York Yankees and Boston. New York Yankees and Boston are coming out of the East as well. So the East and the American League East is a pretty tough division. Going over to the National League, you got San Francisco leading the West, Milwaukee leading Central, and Atlanta Braves leading the East. And then you have the Dodgers and the Padres all in the National League West. So that's a tough division over there. We got about 30 more games left in MLB until the postseason starts. We're going to see. That's when it gets fun. I mean, it's fun to watch baseball right now, but it's a lot of games that they play. And just like most sports, I mean, this year you see some of the same names that's in it that's going to potentially make a good run for the playoffs. But the postseason is where it's at. We should see that mid-October, whatever. But anyway, that's all I have today, man. I thank you guys for really tuning in to me, man. This your boy EC22, the Fairweather fan, man. Will you please do me a huge favor for you guys? If you enjoy this type of podcast, hey, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. If you're YouTube, hit the like button. This your boy. In the future, I'm going to bring more content. I'm going to have more people coming in as guests talking about it. if you don't know, the NFL season is coming up starting a week from tomorrow. We'll kick off the NFL season with Dallas and Tampa Bay. So for NFL season, I'm going to do my weekly predictions, and that's where I'm going to just give my opinion about who I think is going to win those games. And I'm going to have different guests to come in and give their opinion about who they're going to win. I'm even going to try to get two fans on a team on a game that I call let's say the game of the week. Just pick a random game, right, and just have two guys or whoever, guy or girl, whoever, just two different fans, just go at it for about 5 minutes and let's have fun with it, y'all. If you have any opinions or any comments on how I can make this podcast great, if you got any ideas for different type of segments in this podcast, man, please let your boy know. Leave comments, man. But I'm just here for the fans. We're here for the fun, for the fellowship, man, and we're here for the competition. It's your boy EC22. Thank you for tuning to the Fair Weather Fan Podcast, and I'm out.